It's the final day of practice here at Lake Hartwell, and we've gone from sleeves and sunglasses to bundled up in jackets and freezing to death. We thought we'd save the local for last. Troy Morrow here with us. We pulled him over here to the ramp, and Troy, my first question is, when you're the local here, everybody says, well, you get the local jinx, you get too much going on, there's too much to cover, there's too much to do. But this lake, everybody said, it's so massive, it's so big, it's like that for everybody that's here this week.
Yeah, it's a big lake. It fishes big. It's a little off this year. We had a very bitter winter this year, and it's still trying to hang on. Okay. And the lake fish is tough. If you do get on them, you're on them good. If you're not, you wouldn't think there's a fish in the lake.
Okay. All right.
Some big bags have been caught this winter.
Okay.
And I'm looking for a few big ones in this tournament.
Okay.
But there's also going to be a lot of grinding.
Okay. I've come up with a nickname for you, Troy, Day 2 Morrow, because if you look at your record, it's like the first day, even on this lake, first day, 10 or 11 pounds, second day, 17 or 18. I remember at Table Rock a couple years ago, 10 pounds, 23. Gunnersville last day, when you won the regional at Seminole, big day on that second day. What is about the second day that you show up? Do you sleep too late on the first day? What happened?
I'm not sure. We're going to have to figure it out, though, and shake that one. We don't like that nickname.
Well, this time around, I always follow you on the first day. I figure it might be my fault a little bit. So this time I'm going to follow you on the second day when you're busting those bigger stringers.
There we go.
This week, in terms of, I know you will fish the lower end here. You'll fish in the upper end. It's not like you're a strict spotted bass guy or a strict largemouth guy. You keep pace. You keep your tabs on everything that goes on this lake. So what is going to be your plan this week?
I'm going to mix it up probably this week. Play according to the weather. I imagine day one with the weather coming in, it's going to be a grind. Okay. If we can weather the storm and make the cut, it's going to improve every day.
So this lake gets better. Like some lakes, the nastier it gets, like, at Gunnersville, it gets nasty snowing. The high be like 38. They bite on days like that. Is that the way this lake is?
If you had good weather leading up to it, okay, to where they're already getting ready to do their thing, okay, and then the snow will spur them. But the way this is setting up, it's been degrading every day, okay, and so it's going to have them in the funk by the time we get the roll around to them.
One year you fished here, it was the water was high. One year was low. Which do you prefer to see it on this lake?
I like it low.
Okay.
If they took about 6 feet, 7 feet out of it right now, it would be perfect. They've changed their methodology, I guess you'd say, in the last couple of years. Normal winter pool is 5 feet below what summer pool would be. Okay. But they've stopped doing that. And if they're saying if they got the water, they're going to hold it. Okay. We spent most of the early winter up here.
Okay, yeah, I see the water.
Yeah, there's that line right there. We were standing in water for most of the early winter, and even back in the summer.
So this water here has been up high for a while. It didn't just come up a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it's been up. Actually dropped in the last month. We went to Okeechobee and I lost touch with everything, but it's dropped probably 2.5 feet. Okay. In the last month. So what you're saying is this is really the first time in a many number of years it hasn't gone to winter pool. It's been up all winter long, and we really don't know what kind of long-term effect that's going to have on the fish this week. There's been a few changes. That was a big one. The bitter cold that we don't normally have. I mean, we get cold, but not prolonged cold like we've had. Okay. And then there's a new algae of some sort. Okay. That's starting to grow in the lake. It's a green slime. Okay. And it's covering some really good stuff, and to where you can't make contact with it anymore. Like it gets all on your lure and stuff? Yeah, I'm a cranker. Everybody knows I'm a cranker. Right. And some of my good cranking stuff is covered with that, and I can't crank it anymore. It just comes back like a blob. Right. Interesting. All right. Okay. The lake's going through some changes, and going to end up having to adjust. Okay. You said you're going to mix it up this week, a little shallow, a little deep. How many rods will you have on that deck the first day? I'm hoping to cut it in half. I think I got them all out right now. So if we can get it down to about a dozen, I'd feel comfortable with that. Okay. A dozen rods, you'd be good. Okay. The goal for Troy Morrow this week, catch them big on the first day and the second day.